Hi guys, happy Valentine's Day. Today I have a video on the perfect palette tag. So to start off, the first question is the best packaging. So in my collection, the best packaging in my opinion is the Lorac Cat's Pajamas palette. I think this package is stunning. So it looks like this. It has all these little glitters on it. And then when you open it up, it's got this floral print on it, which I think is so cute. And I also have another palette for this question. I think this palette is like the most best design in my opinion. It's the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. I love just how just compact and just sturdy, and it's super cute as well. But it's got these magnetic closure, and it's got these peaches on the front of it right there. But I think this one is super cute how it's designed, and I wish more palettes were designed like this. The next question is the best color payoff. So for this one, I chose the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. This palette is definitely the most pigmented shadows that I have. I definitely think that this palette has got the most best color payoff and is probably the most pigmented palette in my collection. The next question is the most versatile palette, and for this palette I chose the Lorac Pro palette. I think that this palette is the most versatile palette because it's got a white shade, a cream shade, it's got taupe shades, mauve shades, darker brown shades, a black shade, and it's also got a nude shimmer shade, a champagne shimmer, a gold, a bronze, and it's got these nice pewter shades down here. So I think this palette is definitely the most versatile because everyone needs these colors in their collection. The next one is the best palette for traveling. So for this one, I chose the Tarte's Heartlet in Bloom palette. I chose this palette because I took this one on my honeymoon, and this palette right here has got all the perfect shades that you need. It's got cream shade, it's got your nice shimmer shades, and this palette, it's like a mauve natural palette that I definitely recommend if you're looking for a nice neutral palette. The next one that I have is my biggest regret palette, and for this palette I chose the Too Faced Natural Love palette. So this palette is my biggest regret because for one, it's $60 and you do get a lot of shades in here. You get, I think, 20. You get 30 shades in this palette. I think that this palette is really pretty. It's got the repeat shades that they've had in other palettes. But this palette doesn't give me a complete look. So if I use this palette, I have to go in with a different palette to complete a look. Even though it is nice, the shades are pigmented, it's not the greatest palette, and it definitely is my biggest regret. The next question is the best color names. So for this palette, I chose the Too Faced Bonbon palettes. The shades in here, the names are Almond Truffle, Satin Sheet, Sprinkles, Molasses Chip, Malted, Cashew Chew, Cotton Candy, Cafe Au Lait, Totally Fetch, Mocha, Earl Grey, Pecan Praline, Dark Truffle. So I think these shade names are super cute, and this palette overall is super cute too. So yeah, this palette is has got the cutest color names. But I also chose the Tarte Original Tartelet palette. I think these shades, the shade names are really great. It's got Free Spirit, Force of Nature, Dreamer, Multitasker, Caregiver, Natural Beauty, Best Friend, Bombshell, Super Mom, Wanderer, Power Player, and Fashionista. So these shade names are describing a woman, and I think they are just great names. So the next question is the least used palette. I'd also have to choose a Too Faced Natural Love palette just because I can't get looks from it, so I don't really go into this palette. But I do have some palettes that I haven't used yet, but those palettes I wouldn't consider it in my least used because I haven't gotten the chance to use them, but that one is my least used from the ones that I actually used. So the next question is the most used, and for this one I chose the Jaclyn Hill palette. These shades in here are just everything. So it's got your cream shades, it's got your darker shades, all these transition shades, all the shimmer shades that you need with some pops of colors. So this palette is definitely my most used palette. But also, besides the Jaclyn Hill palette, another most used palette is the Lorac Pro, because this was my first palette, and again, it's got all the basic shades that you need. So this palette is also one of my most used palettes. The next question is the most loved palette, and for that palette I choose the Jaclyn Hill palette again. This palette is my favorite palette in my entire collection. And the last question is a palette that I would take if I was stuck on a desert, and again, the Jaclyn Hill palette. I could not live without this palette. You guys seriously need this palette if you do not have it. It's just so stunning. So that right there is the perfect palette tag. I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you can, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys. Bye.